I swore when I was preparing the questions for this interview that I would not use the phrase male chauvinist. But you are a male chauvinist, aren't
All right,
you?
and what is a male chauvinist?
Well, it's a guy who it's that sort of macho, women are kind of nice as long as they're not too much around, and a good whack. And
I never said that. I never said that.
Well, you said you don't mind giving him a little whack.
No. You're lifting it right out of context.
Okay, then you tell me. So
no, you tell me what you. I don't profess to be macho. I don't profess to walk around smacking her. I never smacked my wife.
It's the attitude. It's the attitude.
What's going on, guys? This is King Solomon coming to you with another video. And this video was entitled 3 Reasons Why Men Should Not Be Afraid to Speak Their Mind, okay? 3 reasons why men should not be afraid to speak their minds. Now, this channel is for all men, right? I'm a black man, so obviously a lot of my content might be geared towards black men. But just because you're not black, you're white, you're Asian, you're Indian, that doesn't mean you can't view the content. This is for everyone. This is for men, all right? So basically, what I wanted to say is, these are the reasons why men should not be afraid to speak their mind, because we live in a time where it's unpopular to speak your mind. If you have an opinion that's different from other, the popular opinion, then people are gonna probably criticize you. A lot of people are gonna come at you. A lot of people are gonna, make fun of you. People might not want to be your friend, whatever. And a lot of men are afraid of that. A lot of men are afraid of speaking their mind because of there might be some repercussions to it, right? So these are the reasons why you shouldn't be afraid, all right? So, a lot of men are fearful of, say this is a certain opinion is popular and, you're afraid of going against it. So, all right. So these are the reasons that you shouldn't be afraid, because when you overcome that fear of being afraid to say what you have to say, I feel that it unlocks a lot of potential for men, in saying what they have to say, all right? So one of the main reasons why you shouldn't be afraid to say what you have to say, speak your mind, is because guess what? This might seem obvious, but it's your opinion, right? It's your opinion. Why should you? Here's the thing I always in my mind, I never got. Why is it that if you have another opinion that's different from me, right? You have a different opinion, you can say what you feel like saying, right? You can say whatever you feel like saying, but I can't say what I want to say, right? Why is that? Why can't I say what I want to say, right? So that's another thing. You should be able to speak your mind just because, number one, that's how you feel, right? Not feel, but believe, right? You believe, right? Go off of what you believe, not how you feel, but off of what you believe. Wrong word, right? Go off of what you believe. If you analyze something, and that's the thing, once you analyze the situation, you look at it, you're like, you know what? This is how I feel about this situation. Then guess what? Go and say what you feel, because that is your belief, and nobody should be able to shut you up off of what you believe. All right. So that's number one. Number one is one of the reasons why you shouldn't be afraid to speak your mind and say what you feel, say what you believe, because that is your belief. That is your opinion. And you as a man have a right to speak your opinion and speak your mind, right? The next thing is, one of the things that you might not look at is, guess what? One of the main reasons why a lot of people are afraid is because they're like, well, if I say what I feel like saying on Facebook, if I say what I believe on, in my circle of friends or wherever I am, if I do that, then people might not want to associate with me. Maybe someone who's my girlfriend might not like my opinion. She might actually want to leave me, my wife, or my friends, people who are my family members. I don't want to, maybe my family members have a different opinion, and we're around the dinner table, we're at a family function, and I don't want to say what I believe because I might ostracize myself from my family, from my girlfriend, from my friends, from my Facebook friends, from people on social media, right? Well, guess what? The thing about that is, when you do that, you eliminate the dead weight, right? So if there are people who don't want to associate with you because of what you believe, then guess what? They probably weren't rocking with you. They probably weren't with you in the first place, right? So because if they go so far as to not want to be around you, or they don't want to associate you based on what you believe, then guess what? Fuck them. That's it, right? That's how you believe. That's your point of view. That's your perspective on something. And if they don't want to rock with you, then just forget them, right? That's the mentality that you need to start having, is that, guess what? You're going to get rid of dead weight. There's going to be people, if you say something that is unpopular, guess what? There's going to be a lot of people that they're going to block you. They might not want to call you. They don't want to associate with you. You might have a girlfriend. She might want to leave you. But guess what? You're getting rid of dead weight, because these are people that they were probably only around you. You know what? Here's the thing. People might be around you because they like a version of you. They like the safe version. They like the version of what they think about you. But that's not really you, right? That's not really you, because that is not your opinion, right? Your opinion is what you deliver, and a lot of times a lot of men want to play it safe and just go with the flow. Yeah, well, I guess so. No, but that's not how you believe. That's not how you think, right? When people get to know the real you, they don't want to associate with you. We gotta be afraid, not be afraid as men, as letting people know what we believe, right? All right. Messages popping up on my phone, right? So on the flip side of that, you get to associate with yourself with people who align with your thoughts and beliefs, right? So guess what? You're getting rid of the dead weight. But another thing that happens is you start attracting to you people who share the same common view as you and the same opinion as you, and so you're basically getting rid of the dead weight, and now you're getting new friends, new people who align with what you're on, right? So that's the flip side. So a lot of people are scared of loss, right? I might lose a lot of friends. I might lose a lot of people who are my friends, who I'm close with. But guess what? Through doing that, through losing that, you gain a new set of people who align with what you believe, right? All right, so the next thing is, this is the third reason. The first reason is that you shouldn't be afraid, because one, it's your opinion. Number two, you weed out the dead weights. Number three, it builds assertiveness and confidence, and that's something every man should have, right? Because once you're not afraid to get criticized, once you're not afraid to stand up for what you believe, what you think, once you're not afraid of giving your opinion, guess what? There's just assertiveness, and there's an assertiveness that comes with that, right? There's a different level of manhood that brings, right? And also another thing is, of course, you shouldn't be doing this for women, but on the flip side, women are very much attracted to that. Why? Because women are attracted to confident men. Women are attracted to men who aren't afraid to say what they feel, what they believe, right? And the funny thing is, even if a woman disagrees with you, right? Even if she disagrees with you, guess what? She's still going to have that respect for you, because guess what? She's going to look at it and it's like, wow, he doesn't give a fuck about what I think or what anybody thinks. And that is the thing. So that's another thing. It's very attractive. It's an attractive, for women, it's a very attractive feature in a man who is unafraid and unashamed to say what he thinks. Sometimes you see men with certain type of women, you're like, this guy, he's a motorcycle guy and he's a bad boy, blah, 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 blah. How did he get her? Blah, blah, blah. Right? The reason why is because she realizes this is a guy, he doesn't care what the world thinks, he's going to do what he wants to do. That's very attractive. Even if she might not believe, they might argue, and she's like, why don't you stop smoking? Why don't you stop doing this? Why don't you stop doing that? But she's still going to stay with him, right? Because that is very attractive to her. It doesn't make any sense, but guess what? She's attracted to that, right? So it builds the confidence, it builds an assertiveness, and also, last but not least, once you start doing that, you tap into another level, right? You tap into a level of confidence, basically, right? You tap into a level of confidence that you didn't know you had. Man, that in other avenues, that opens up various avenues of your life that you didn't know that you would be able to go to. It opens up different opportunities. It brings new friends, new experiences. So that one thing of you not being afraid to say what you feel, what you believe, your opinion, that opens up a lot of doors for you, and you will be not frightened, but you'll be surprised as to where that leads to once you start getting to that level of being unashamed, unafraid to say what you feel. All right? Don't want to make this too long. This is King Solomon. Check out my other videos and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Wait till people see this interview. Are you going to get mail?
Might get some female.